Everybody, Chris here. Despite the recent pullback we have in Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and crypto, resistance is futile. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And my next live stream is going to be a special outdoor, that's right, we're going to have a Dogecoin outdoors live stream on Wednesday afternoon. We'll just have a fun break it up a little bit because sort of this day-to-day monotony, people are just like, when's Doge finally going to take off? Well, we're going to be looking at the resistance line here and what it can take to break above that. So let's get into it. Let me show you the charts in the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and we're at 19.3 cents. That's right, we have now been moving sideways for 4 days, 4.5 days. And it's not going to end, I don't think, anytime soon. We have been watching this upward sloping support line, and we'll probably dip down and touch it or go below. I mean, this is all about leverage, right? Bitcoin is going to drop down. Here it is, just about to get below 105 again. We also have an upward sloping support line on Bitcoin as well, but we know that there's a lot of long leverage down here, right around 103.6, 104. We got that James Webb account we've been watching that they may want to liquidate that leverage trade. 40x leverage is like got a big target on it. We've been talking about that. But what about resistance though? In Doge, we were looking at 20 cents. That's this yellow line. We did touch it on Monday night. Looked like that was going to be the time we were going to get above it, and it was rejected. Eventually, we're going to break above it, come back and retest as support and move higher. That move, that is going to be the signal, like, let's go. So it's a marathon, not a sprint in crypto, and patience is required. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin slip as investors anticipate the Trump Xi Jinping call. Too early for an ETH top. We'll talk a little bit about ETH because it does play into this whole alt season narrative as well. Some believe ETH will on target to get to 3,000, not that far away, and then move higher. Again, that's all part of this narrative of let's get out, flush out a lot of those leverage trades before moving higher. Because we have been talking about that for quite a while now. Bitcoin had an intraday high of 106.8 before falling back to 105 and now touching 104. ETH, second largest cryptocurrency. Similar trajectory, rallied 26.50 before reversing to the 2500s. And we just saw what Dogecoin is doing as well. Again, in the 19s and just right where we were about last Saturday. And it's just continuing to sort of move sideways. The greed sentiment lingered, according to the crypto fear and greed, but not Doge. We'll be looking at that in just a minute as well. So overall, look, Bitcoin at key support. Market awaits post-correction entry opportunity. 96.7 is Bitcoin going to drop that low? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see 96.7. I think there's too much positive sentiment and there's not enough huge negative news like this, the China trade deal thing. I think that's already all kind of priced in. We've already had the fear of the tariffs and what the impact would be, which brought the whole cryptocurrency market down from where it was back in January. So that's all priced in already, in my opinion. There'll be some immediate kind of up and down movement, but not the big move like that. Trader Allen says, look, Bitcoin is programmed for a $200,000 price this cycle. That's what he's targeting, is $200,000. So we've talked about a number of different price predictions that have been made about Bitcoin. And again, this is a lower percentage gain from the previous bottom, from where we were for the 2017 run, then the 2021 run, and now we're in the 2025 run. Looking at the 4-year cycles, 13,000%, 1,800%. Of course, 2017 was crazy, right? Now, just over 1,000% for this. And again, it's a slope, right? This is creating a slope a curved slope line as the big resistance for the cycle tops, which makes sense to me, right? We're going to get this leveling out, less volatility as the crypto market moves forward. But this is what's happening with Bitcoin. Just in the last few days, GameStop bought 4,700 Bitcoin. Metaplanet bought another 1,088. The Blockchain Group bought 624. Strategy, Michael Saylor, another 4,700 Bitcoin. Retar Logtech in Hong Kong company is planning to buy $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. The Trump media planning to buy $2.3 billion in Bitcoin. H100 Group in Sweden. Fanati Coffee in Spain. K33 Norway. They bought 10 BTC. They're aiming for another 1,000. SolarBank announced a Bitcoin treasury strategy. Sharplink Gaming is planning to buy ETH. $1 billion in ETH as a strategy. It's like... So this is what Bitcoin has become, right? Is the strategic reserve. And even ETH is starting to get into it. And we see with ETH, look at the ETF, the ETH ETF inflows. Since May 16th, they've all been positive. In other words, now we're seeing this ETH ETF, which had been so negative, mostly because of this grayscale, the one that was a futures transition, is still down 4,200. But look at BlackRock's ETH ETF is 4,700 in the black, meaning that that is now more than the grayscale outflows. So everyone who was in that futures thing, they've all sold. They've gotten out because they were trapped in this thing that did this conversion. Doge isn't going to have the same kind of thing. There is now a new grayscale Doge futures that is trading now, but there's very little in there. Not like the ETH one. But look at all of this. ETH ETF now is starting to finally show real positive movement. And this is what we're going to see for Doge when the Doge ETF starts. Trader Allen says, look, ETH is in this ascending triangle, bouncing off this key resistance line. Is ETH going to come back, recheck an upward sloping support line, and then break through? Is that going to happen for ETH? Is that the trigger of alt season, or is it going to rely on Doge? So Dogecoin breaks key resistance as institutional buyers fuel a 2.4% rally. Well, not really. I mean, we did have that Monday night briefly, but 20 cents was rejected. It did get over 20 cents. I did post that on X when that happened. That was pretty exciting. Here was my X post. Here, Dogecoin above 20 cents. So it was just briefly, but I did capture it right there, right over 20 cents. But it got rejected. Follow me on X. I do have fun. Just talking about a little Blade Runner reference here and just trying to have some fun there. What's Doge? What's Doge happening? Again, it's fighting that resistance. Luca's like, look, Doge. That's all you need to know. Patience is required, though. I know people are getting frustrated. This is the summertime, though, that we're in now. And so June. So we're going to enjoy the summer today outside for my live stream. So make sure that you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. And we'll have some fun with the live stream today. So join in. Just check in for a little bit if you want. I know you just want to know more about Doge and crypto and prices going up. I get that, but you got to live too, right? So we'll have a little fun with that. I mean, the Doge Fear and Greed Index, what is it right now? It's 50. It's just 50. It's neutral, right? This is what I expect too. It's like, enjoy the dips, buy on the dips, right? There's no crash coming. It's like Doge going to zero. No, it's just 50. And this is the time people start getting frustrated. And it's like you can't think that way. Long term, have your patience. And if you've been following me for a while, you already know what I say. I say wait for the fall. And I've been saying that since January. I was like, wait for the fall. It'll get here. Now Trader Allen, he's looking at look. we get these little bit breakouts here and there, and retests out of this other symmetrical triangle, but I think that's rather random, and I don't think that is a real true kind of test of the price action here. I don't think that has anything bearing with it, but I know Alan likes to make pretty pictures. Here's another one of his. Again, he's looking at again bouncing off of a longer support line going back to last September. Again, when we were buying the dips, like right before the big move that started. I mean, this was 2023, right? 6-cent Doge we were buying, right? And then we were buying again last summer, 9-cent Dogecoin. This move, however, this big move, that was November, and that was the election. Elon Musk with Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, all the excitement about that, and Doge went up 300%. You can't use that fractal now because you need a big event to have that kind of movement in Doge. And that event happened last November. Now, what can happen with Doge? Well, I think Doge is going to kind of go sideways, maybe a little up. We'll see if we can get above that 20-cent resistance line. That'd be good. Just hang out in the lower 20s for a little while, and then a big move can happen this fall. That's where I am in my prediction. This would be great, but I don't see that happening yet. So that's where we are right now. But resistance is futile. We're going to get over this line. So come in, join with the Chris Pax channel as we get through the summer. We'll try and have some fun. We'll talk about some other things. Relax. It's a beautiful day here in Boston. So going to enjoy being outside today. We'll try that out. Never done that before. Again, just shake things up a little bit. What do you guys think, though? Leave a comment below. Resistance is futile. We're going to get past this. Give the video a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. See you next time.